A shooting incident took place in United States Minneapolis, killing 2 children and injuring around 17 people. The attack took place during morning mass at Annunciation Catholic School, and it comes just 2 days after its reopening. The shooting turned a house of worship into a scene of terror, and the mass shooter who attacked the Catholic Church in Minneapolis also had a chilling hate message for India. In one of the weapons, the shooter had written Nuke India. Other writings on the weapons in the videos said, "Kill Donald Trump, burn Israel and free Palestine," pointing to a deeply twisted and dangerous ideology behind the carnage. The tragic incident unfolded during morning mass just 2 days after the school had reopened. The victims include 2 young children aged 8 and 10. Among the 17 injured, 14 of them are children. Police say that the shooter came heavily armed with a rifle, shotgun and pistol, opening fire through the church windows before storming the premises. Parents were seen rushing past crime tape, desperately pulling their children to safety. Authorities confirmed that the shooter is a trans woman and is among the dead as she took her own life. A mother and daughter on the scene described moments of fear and confusion as the incident unfolded. The daughter, a 5th grader at the school, describes hearing something really loud and feeling scared. Mother said she was at work when she heard about the shooting and raced to the scene looking for her daughter.
I just saw the kids exiting, so it's almost like a little parade of kids. I'm like just yelling out my daughter's name, "Clarissa, Clarissa, where are you? Where are you?" And one of her classmates said, "She's here," and so I was able to find her within that line, and then they ushered us to the basement and then the auditorium.
So I was just at church, and I heard something like really loud, like I thought it was fireworks in the church, and then I saw the shooting. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. And so a teacher led me downstairs to the preschool classroom. And so I went there, and me and my friend Cece were just praying, and then we went outside. We were just like waiting there, and then we went to somebody's house to be safe, and then we went to the F-45 thing, and then I saw my mom, and I was just like so happy, I was really glad that she was like with me.
This shooting comes amid spikes in gun violence across Minneapolis, with 3 other shootings in recent days, leaving 3 dead and several people injured.
My husband's a firefighter, and he got a phone call this morning and said that there was a incident at Annunciation, and that's where my niece and nephew go to school. So we live nearby, so he just took off on foot. And my brother-in-law is a firefighter too, and it's his kids that go to Annunciation. And thankfully, we heard about 15 minutes ago that they're safe. But it's so awful, and it's so scary, and I just am really proud of my husband and my brother-in-law for just running into the danger, and I just pray for the community.
How old are your niece and nephew?
They are in 8th and 2nd grade. Yep, so they just started school on Monday.
Yesterday, or Monday?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So today was the 3rd day?
3rd day, yep, yeah.
During the mass, a gunman approached on the outside, on the side of the building, and began firing a rifle through the church windows towards the children sitting in the pews at the mass. Shooting through the windows, he struck children and worshipers that were inside the building. The shooter was armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. This was a deliberate act of violence against innocent children and other people worshiping. The sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church full of children is absolutely incomprehensible.
Meanwhile, reacting to a shooting incident at the Minneapolis Catholic School, took lives of 2 children, U.S. First Lady Melania Trump has condemned the incident and called for behavioral threat assessment of American society. Taking to platform X, the U.S. First Lady extended her condolences to the families of the victims. In a tweet, she wrote, "To prevent future tragedies, we must look into behavioral threat assessments across all levels of society, beginning in our homes, extending through school districts, and of course, social media platforms. Being aware of these warning signs and acting quickly can save lives and make American communities safer." 2 children aged 8 and 10 were killed in the attack that injured at least 17 other victims, including 14 children and 3 adults. Melania Trump, in fact, asking for a threat assessment of American society in what she says would help in trying to identify dangers much ahead, and action could be taken. Two children aged 8 and 10 were killed in the Minneapolis attack, and injured at least 17 other victims were there, including 14 children and 3 adults who were in the injured category. In a tweet, the First Lady of the United States said that to prevent future tragedies, we must look into behavioral threat assessments across all levels of society, beginning in our homes, extending through school districts, and of course, social media platforms. Being aware of these warning signs and acting quickly can save lives and make American communities safer. The shooting has in fact raised a lot of concerns, especially with several videos emerging of the shooter who had put out the video in social media sites, where it has also called for the killing of Donald Trump, the nuking of India, freeing of Palestine, as well as the killing of Israel. This person had in fact had a whole load of ammunition at her house, and she also had written about the plan she had for this particular shooting incident that happened in Minneapolis. Later, the shooter, who has been identified to be a trans woman, took her life at the parking lot. Meanwhile, the shooting has sent chills down the spines of several parents, as well as those who have been against the use of guns in the place, and there have been issues on gun control that have also been raised. But however, the National Rifle Association has been fighting against any sort of gun control in the United States.